What's up? Christy, I think I'm gonna post this to my regular channel because it's not necessarily part of the ministry per se. Um, I got an SD card mounted. Woohoo! I have like 67 gigs or something. I don't know. I'll make some videos. I needed to share with whoever needs to hear this download that I just received from Spirit that basically told me that my divine masculine, who was never actually divine because he never chose to operate from a space of divinity, he only ever chose to operate from a space of darkness and distortion. So, you know, if he were a feminine, we wouldn't still call him a divine feminine, we would call him a dark feminine. So I'm not sure why we're still calling him a divine masculine, but that's fine, whatever. I want to believe that he meant well, or that he means well. I don't even still to this moment like speaking of him in past tense, but it is what it is, you know. When people choose to do us wrong, it was 111 a second ago. When people choose to do us wrong, we can't continue to hold on to them, hoping and praying that someday they'll just not do us wrong anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's so silly that that's how low the threshold is when you love someone. Is just like, I love you, just stop hurting me. You know what I mean? Like, just stop hurting me. Like, it's not even a matter of jumping through hoops to make up for all the hurt you've already caused at this point. That's how I felt always. It's literally just a matter of, I want you to start treating me right from this moment forward. If you could just do that, then we could be fine. But no one could ever do that. So anyway, this individual apparently used his skills and hidden knowledge to place a spell of vulnerability and confusion over me, because he wanted me to be vulnerable and susceptible to him, to his tactics. He wanted me to fall for his crap. He wanted me to see him only in a positive light, no matter how he was choosing to behave in reality. And he wanted me to believe blindly and without question any information that he gave me. And it's crazy because I don't feel like he specifically outwardly lied to me. He was very careful, you know, about speaking half-truths and getting real creative with the truth, which we're good at that. We can do that when we have to, you know. We can get real creative with the truth so that we're not actually lying to you. We're just misdirecting you. That's not healthy. You know, sometimes it's necessary, but it's not healthy at all. And the problem with him using his skills in this way, even if he didn't necessarily have bad intentions for me, is that because he put me in this vulnerable state and then chose not to be there, you know, not to be around, not to be a source of support or protection or guidance for me while I was in that state, he left me vulnerable to other predators. You see, he wanted to be able to prey upon me. He didn't want me to force him to stop being a predator. So he placed a spell of vulnerability and confusion over me, thinking that that would make me susceptible only to him. But what it did was it made me susceptible to all predators. It made me unable to distinguish truth from untruth, no matter who it was coming from. He blocked my discernment so that I couldn't see through his lies. And then he did not protect me from all the other liars, from all the other predators who were attempting to prey upon me. So it doesn't even matter at this point whether he intended to allow others to harm me or not. I mean, it does matter, you know, intentions matter regardless. But the point is, he was irresponsible with our connection. Period. End of story. He was irresponsible. He put me in harm's way to benefit himself. He did not consider the damage he was doing to me or to my children. That is unacceptable in the eyes of God, and that is why he is reaping karma. So I don't know if there's ever going to be any hope for our connection. I mean, how can there be at this point? You know, I gave him so many chances to make it right, and he insisted on making it wronger and wronger and wronger every single time. Honestly, I just don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about him. I don't want to think about any masculines at all. I don't feel like, no offense, I don't mean to be rude. I really don't. There are genuinely male humans out in the world who have good hearts and who mean well. I know there are. I know you exist. I don't mean to offend you. I really don't. But you're not who God has sent to me. Do you understand? You're not the ones who have approached me. None of you have made an effort towards me. The only masculines who have ever made an effort towards me are those with nefarious intentions. And I don't feel like as a female, as a feminine, I should be the one making efforts towards anyone. If you find yourself intrigued by me and you would like to get to know me better, it should be on you to reach out to me. You should not be using mental manipulation to attempt to coerce me into chasing you. It's not going to happen. I've noticed a few celebrities, a few individuals who I have come across because you have a platform of some kind. Okay, you have a platform of some kind, you have a following, you have connections in whatever industry, you have a chance at having something because they don't block you like they block me. And you're apparently interested in me, and you apparently would like to get to know me. You apparently would like to have an opportunity to court me or to pursue me or, to develop some sort of a romantic relationship, some sort of a partnership. But yet, instead of just reaching out to me and saying that, instead of sharing my work on your platform, instead of boosting me up, instead of helping me out, what you do is you attempt to use energetic and mental manipulation to cause me to go out of my way to pursue you because you need like that ego boost. You need that ego boost of knowing that you were able to get me to come after you. Like I somehow don't deserve to be pursued, even though I'm literally the only one you should be pursuing. I don't mean, I get how that sounds, and I don't mean it how some people might take it. But you shouldn't be pursuing anyone but me. And yet you're going to give me the cold shoulder because I won't pursue you, and then you're going to turn around and make it a point to publicly put someone else on, to publicly shout someone else out, to publicly boost someone else's platform? For what? How do you think that, how is that supposed, did you think that I was going to get jealous and be like, oh no, he likes someone else, now I want him even more? It's like, no, he's a tool. Screw him. You boys really need to grow up. You boys really need to grow up. And the one who did that, you're a child, so I'm not concerned. Whatever. Mazel tov, blessings on your union, whatever. All I'm saying is, if you're interested in someone but you find yourself intimidated by them, if you can't get past your intimidation to pursue them properly, you shouldn't expect them to pursue you. Why would I pursue you? Why? Why would I be the one to make an effort towards you if you're the one who has been stalking me the entire time? If you're the one who's been watching me, if you're the one who's been studying me, if you're the one who has learned every single thing there is to know about me, and I barely even know you exist, or in many cases, I've never even heard of you before, and you're posting things on social media to attempt to get my attention, why would you think that that would get my attention? Why would you think, unless you're tagging me in your post to bring it to my attention, that I'm the one you're attempting to connect with? How on earth did you expect me? Do you think that in my spare time I sit around and stalk random people's social media profiles? I'm not a psychopath. I don't even stalk the social media profiles of people I actually know in physical reality because I find it intrusive. I feel like if they wanted me to know what was going on with them, they would show up in my physical reality. If they're not going to show up in my physical reality and be an actual physical friend to me in real life, why would I waste my time checking up on them and seeing what they've been up to? I don't do that anymore. I did at one point out of a place of actual concern for these people who I considered my friends. I refused to allow myself to see how evil and demonic they truly were. And yes, if you sold out, if you took money to sacrifice me for your own security, you're a demon. That's demonic behavior. You took on a demon. You took on the persona of a demon. You chose to consort with demons. That's your choice. Okay? You don't get a free pass. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like you didn't do what you did, Michelle. You know what I mean? Like, these people that I genuinely placed on a pedestal 11/11 since childhood, I thought them above me in some way. Even though on a certain level, I've always known my rank. You know, like on a certain level, I've always been fully aware of who I am and the fact that I technically outrank everyone else on this planet. But like, that's only on that one level. And yeah, it might actually be the only level that matters in the grand scheme of things. But like, so what? Okay? We're still people. We're still here on Earth having this physical experience. So there are still ways in which someone else might excel over me. And I can still be humble enough. I can still have enough humility in myself to appreciate the ways in which that other person excels over me. I can admire that in them, and I can long for that and work to build that in myself. That's not envy. I don't envy anyone. I don't begrudge anyone their, whatever, their blessings, whatever they've been blessed with. I don't begrudge that. I don't think that they don't deserve it just because I don't have it. How I feel is I also deserve that. And I'm tired of allowing others to take it. I mostly only came on here to talk about the whole putting your partner under a spell of vulnerability so that they'll be susceptible to you, but then not actually being a partner to them, and how that puts them in harm's way, especially if you're the masculine and they're the feminine. Okay? I need you to understand why I'm more angry with you over having been raped since we connected than I am angry with the men who raped me. It's because you were sent to be my protector, and you placed me in harm's way and did not protect me. So you need to do something about that. You need to make amends for that. You need to take action. If you don't take action, no action will be taken. I will move on with someone else. Or maybe no one else. Maybe there's no one on this planet who's even worthy of me. That's unfortunate, but I'm not going to stop being who I am because of it. I'm not going to lower myself to your level just because you refuse to raise yourself to mine. Namaste to the true believers.